Of all the arrests that we've made, all the manhunts that I've been a part of, this is probably one of the most serious.
Manhunt in Lonoke County. Deputies are on the ground and on the hunt for a man they call armed and dangerous. New video right now shows a holdup in an Arkansas town, but the robber didn't get far with any cash. Plus, 1 year later, the remains of Abby Stepek found in a drainage ditch where she was last seen, the cold case that the family won't give up on.
Through 75 counties and hundreds of investigations, from the most violent crimes to petty infractions, this is Arkansas Crime Watch with Mitch McCoy.
Hello and good evening. Welcome to Fox16.com. It has been a busy week for law enforcement in Lonoke County. Deputies there are on the hunt for a man they say is armed and dangerous. Right now, we know that they're searching for Chad Wells. Earlier this month, investigators say they found numerous guns, drugs, even military explosives inside a stolen camper Wells was supposedly living in. Tonight, law enforcement say this is a guy they won't stop searching for because of a few different reasons. One, the $200,000 worth of stolen property. Second, the guns. And third, they have no idea why he had, allegedly, military explosives.
From home to home
and 120 hold right there.
And person to person, Lonoke County Sergeant James Hall and the entire sheriff's office searching for Chad Wells.
Just hoping to get lucky and find him.
Deputies spent their day gathering intel, tracking down Wells, the county's #1 most wanted.
All the arrests that we've made, all the manhunts that I've been a part of, this is probably one of the most serious.
Sergeant Hall says they found guns, about 2 pounds of suspected meth, and explosives in a stolen camper Wells was living in on May 8th. Deputies are doing what they can to get Wells in handcuffs.
Anywhere that he's been associated with, past addresses, any phone numbers that would come back to him.
Sergeant Hall and his partner were able to gather intelligence Wednesday from an old neighbor.
Where did he pick you up from here?
Vital information now being shared with law enforcement across Arkansas.
Poses a serious and real danger to the public, and that's something that we need to get off the streets as quick as possible.
Today's search may not have turned up Wells, but it did turn up good info while Lonoke County deputies work toward their lucky break.
We're treating him as armed and dangerous. We will not send a single deputy to go look for him. We'll always be doubled up.
If you know where Wells is, you are asked to call 911 immediately. Remember, detectives say Wells should be considered armed and dangerous. We're moving to your cold case tonight, where it has still been so long that investigators are still searching for clues in the Abby Stepek case. 1 year has went by since the remains of that missing girl were recovered in a drainage pipe in Shelmont Park, just feet from where she was last seen. Stepek was 18 years old when she went missing in Little Rock in 2015. Family members have said her case is being investigated as a homicide. No arrests have been made in this case. If you know anything, you are asked to call the Little Rock Police Cold Case Squad. Abby Stepek's mother, Lori Jernigan, joining us now live. Lori, thank you so much. It blows my mind that we're still talking about an open case even 4 years later.
I know, it does mine too. It's just hard to imagine that it's been this long.
Can you tell me, without giving away really important details of this case, where are investigators at? Is there still progress being made in this case? Are tips still coming in? How vital are tips right now?
Yes, there's a lot of progress being made. It takes time. They're being very close-lipped about what's going on. So I am updated about every 2 weeks, and I know that there's a lot of people working on this case besides the homicide cold case. The FBI is involved, so yes, it's being investigated. I have no worries about that. It's just, time takes time. But I'm confident that it will be solved.
Lori, can you tell me how important tips are right now for cold case investigators as they're still in the midst of the investigation?
Tips are very important. you know, time goes by, somebody hears somebody say something, or they remember something, or each anniversary that we have jogs the memory, or, you know, somebody may just get loose with what they're talking about. All tips are important, and the tips that came in from us have helped. Plus, they have also helped make arrests for other cases. So, yes, tips are very, very important.
And it's so important that people remember that the most minor of things could be the most crucial.
Yes, absolutely. The time of day, anything that looks strange, if they saw Abby or saw her with someone or they remembered they did. You know, I was amazed to find out that after a year after this happened, a lot of people in that neighborhood didn't even know that she had gone missing, didn't know about the case. So it's crazy. You think a lot of people know everything, but that's not the case. But yeah, it's very important. And anything, any detail, no matter how small, is important.
Lori Jernigan, thank you so much. We are still thinking about you and your family. Thank you very much. A reminder for everyone that this is an open case, the family considering it a homicide investigation. All tips so critical as cold case investigators continue to try and piece together exactly what happened to Abby Stepek. She went missing in 2015. We have done in-depth investigations about the investigation. Be sure to search that. We're also at fox16.com, but very critical information as we still 1 year after the remains found, but multiple, 4 years to be exact, since Abby went missing in that West Little Rock Park. And there's just so many details to this case that people can catch up on right now at fox16.com. We're moving back to Lonoke County, where a naked man who authorities say took off running from Lonoke County deputies is in custody tonight. The sheriff's office says it tried arresting 26-year-old Cody Absher on outstanding felony warrants when he took off into the woods. Deputies say they found Absher with a large stick and allegedly tried attacking a deputy, but a taser was deployed. He is in jail on a nearly $3,000 bond. We're moving to things caught on camera, where North Little Rock police are looking for the man who robbed a one-stop gas station earlier this month. Surveillance video shows a man walking in. You can see him holding that gun to the clerk's face. We're told that he walked in with a backpack demanding money, but he didn't get far with it. We're told right after this video was captured and you see him holding that gun, you can just tell how nervous he is during this holdup. He dropped the bag full of money while running away. If you know anything about this, you are asked to give North Little Rock police a call. We're moving to your crime tracker tonight, where police in Little Rock have made an arrest in a nearly 2-year-old murder case, but they still are in need of your help. 19-year-old Michael Davis was shot and killed back in August of 2017 on Asher Avenue. We're told LRPD cold case investigators recently linked 2 men to his murder. Gary Bradley was already in the Pulaski County Jail on another charge. Police are still looking for 30-year-old James Langford. If you know where he is, you are asked to call the Little Rock Police Department. An Arkansas man now faces murder charges in the death of a 5-year-old boy who died from injuries that he suffered as a baby. Investigators in West Memphis say Terrace Washington shook the 3-month-old boy back in 2013. The boy died last December. Medical examiners say the death was caused by injuries from being shaken as an infant. Washington has already served prison time for battery in this case. A prosecutor says double jeopardy does not apply in this case since it's now a second-degree murder charge. We're moving to Dardanelle, where we're told that the community is making everything look a little bit better and a better place to live. On Facebook, the mayor says this is what the city has been doing recently. You see construction, demolition happening there. We're told these are old drug houses that have been cleared out. The police department has been working to find and charge people who have illegal drugs. The mayor says this is a way that he's cleaning up his city. A man wanted in Connecticut for failure to appear reached an unusual deal with police. 29-year-old Jose Sims told police he would turn himself in if his wanted poster got 15,000 likes on the department's Facebook page. Police negotiated that down from 20,000. They admit they're having trouble finding him. They say social media is just one of the tools they use to catch criminals, but not everyone's in favor of that.
I feel like that's just like feeding into that culture, and it's weird.
Social media just seems to cause more problems than it resolves.
Some people think Sims intends to stay hidden. After all, he's wanted for failing to appear in court 7 times. Police say they won't give up if Sims decides not to turn himself in. Well, we're moving to your mug of the week, and it goes to Alvin Polk. Mr. Polk was booked into the Pulaski County Jail last week on burglary charges, and jail roster shows that it's not his first time in the Pulaski County Jail. Arkansas law enforcement busy as they look for the state's most wanted. These folks are being hunted by Arkansas Community Correction right now. These are all people who have parole violations. If you know where any of these people are or have any tips on any of the cases we talked about tonight, you're asked to call your local police department. And before we leave you tonight, the Memphis Police Department has its oldest rookie on the force. Officer Don Brown is 58 years old and isn't letting his age get in the way of serving his community. Rebecca Butcher reports.
This is something I've always wanted to do since I was a kid.
It only took Don Brown 5 decades to realize that dream.
Being 58, I felt like I could still do it. And so, you know, calling the academy and asking, hey, I'm not too old.
And to Brown's surprise, he wasn't. 2 years ago, he retired from his job in the food industry, and he realized there was a need for police in Memphis. With the support of his family, he began the grueling training process.
A lot of push-ups, set-ups, and runs and all that, but I was prepared for it. So, you know, I felt like I had something to prove.
After training with a class of 84, studying laws, and then graduating, Brown is now a Memphis police officer undergoing his officer field training.
He's really doing it on his own now, and I'm proud of him, and I think he's going to be a great officer.
Brown was inspired to join MPD to make a positive impact on impressionable young lives.
When we were teenagers, you come to a fork, and it's like, I'm going to go to the right, I'm going to go to the left. And so hopefully we can catch them and, you know, and keep them on that right path.
The officer says that making a change every day on the streets is what he looks forward to most.
At the end of my life, I would rather be known for doing this than anything else that I've done. I mean, this has just been a dream come true for me. So.
A heart for his community. Well, have a safe week, and I'll see you tomorrow on Fox 16 News.